Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Java Reflection is a powerful feature that allows the inspection and manipulation of classes, methods, fields, and other components of the Java programming language at runtime. One of the notable methods in the Reflection API is setaccessible, boolean, which is used to enable or disable access to a field or method that is otherwise inaccessible due to Java's access control rules, like private, protected, or package private. Understanding setaccessible, boolean, method. The setaccessible method is part of the accessibleobject class, which is the superclass for field, method, and constructor. By default, Java restricts access to certain members of classes to enforce encapsulation. However, there are scenarios where you might need to access these members, such as in testing frameworks, serialization, or when working with libraries that require reflection. Syntax. Flag. If true, the accessible object can bypass Java language access control checks, i.e., it allows access to private members. If false, the access control checks are re-enabled. Security exception. This exception is thrown if the operation is not allowed by the security manager, if one is present. Code example. Here's a complete example demonstrating how to use setaccessible to access a private field of a class. Explanation of the code. One-person class. This class has a private field name and a constructor to set it. It also has a getter method to fetch the name. Reflection example class. An instance of person is created. Using class.getDeclared field, we obtain a field object that represents the private name field. We call setaccessible, true, on the field object to bypass the access control checks. We retrieve the value of the private field using field.get. We modify the private field's value using field.set. Important notes. Security concerns. Using setaccessible, true, can lead to security vulnerabilities. It should be used cautiously, especially in production code. Java's security manager can restrict it, and it may violate the principles of encapsulation. Performance. Reflection can be slower than direct access due to additional overhead. It's advisable to use it only when necessary. Accessibility reset. If you set a field accessible using setaccessible, true, there is no need to reset it to false. The Reflection API does not require you to revert the accessibility after use. Conclusion. Java Reflection and the setaccessible method provide a powerful way to manipulate class members dynamically. While it offers great flexibility, it is essential to understand the implications of using reflection, especially regarding encapsulation and security. Always use it judiciously.